Hello, Algebra 1. Today we are going to be talking about special products, which is really just more FOIL, but we have just some special cases today. So the first thing we're going to do is FOIL these three problems out, and we should notice something unique that happens. All right, so again, FOIL stands for first. X times x is x squared. Outer, x times 2x is 2x. Inner, negative 2 times x is negative 2x. And last, again, you're multiplying here, negative 2 times 2 is negative 4. Now, the unique thing that happens here is when you go to combine your like terms, 2x minus 2x, that's 0. This just cancels out, and all we're left with is x squared minus 4. All right, let's see if this happens again. First, 2n times 2n is 4n squared. Outer, 2n times negative 3 is negative 6n. Inner, 3 times 2n is positive 6n. And last, 3 times negative 3 is negative 9. Once again, your like terms in the middle cancel. Negative 6n plus 6n is 0. So we are just left with a 4n squared minus 9. All right, let's try one more like this. First, x times x is x squared. Outer, x times negative 6 is negative 6x. Inner, 6 times x is 6x. And last, 6 times negative 6 is negative 36. Once again, we have like terms in the middle that are opposites, which means they add to 0, and we have x squared minus 36. So what's happening here is, if you notice, your outer and your inner are canceling every time, your second and third steps. This is called the sum and difference pattern, and it says that if you're doing a plus b times a minus b, it is just a squared minus b squared. This means we can do a shortened version of FOIL, and you just have to do first and last. All right, now to be clear, this doesn't work for every FOIL problem. It only works for problems where we have these opposites here. Notice how that the numbers and letters are exactly the same in each set of parentheses except for the sign. We have a plus and a minus. If you have this opposite situation, this is the sum and difference pattern, and we only have to do first and last. So you could FOIL this problem just like normal. It would be completely fine, just like we did up here, but you're going to have this cancellation occur. So the other option, the shortcut, would just be to do first, 3y times 3y is 9y squared, and last, negative 10 times 10 is negative 100. And we can do that because if we were to FOIL out the whole thing like normal, if we were to also do our outer and our inner, what we're going to see is that those 30y's are going to cancel out anyways. All right, so we don't even need to do them. We can just do first and last. All right, so now we have another special case before we do some review. X plus 4 squared. What people want to do is distribute the exponent, but the problem is that doesn't work when we have a plus. It only works when we have multiplication. So we need to think about this a little differently. Remember, squaring something means multiplying by itself. All right, so if it's 2 squared, that's 2 times 2. If it's 10 squared, that's 10 times 10. This is x plus 4 squared, so we need to write it as x plus 4 times x plus 4. We are multiplying it by itself. And then we're just going to FOIL like normal. First, outer, inner, and last. Again, you're multiplying. Now be careful, this is not the same situation as above because you have both pluses. So when you go to combine your like terms, These do not cancel, they add to 8x. Notice that if you just tried to distribute and got x squared plus 16, you're missing that middle term. Okay, you cannot distribute the exponent. You're going to have to write this twice and then FOIL. All right, let's just try 1 and 2. We don't need to worry about 3. So again, when you see this squared, you're going to write it twice. If it was cubed, you'd write it 3 times and then you'd have to FOIL it out. Okay, write it twice, FOIL. First, x times x is x squared. Outer, x times negative 3x, or negative 3 is negative 3x. Inner, negative 3 times x is negative 3x. And last, negative 3 times negative 3, careful with your sign, is a positive 9. Again, these do not cancel. They're both negatives. Negative 3x minus 3x is negative 6x. And then don't lose your plus 9. All right, so really this is just a practice of FOIL. The only difference is you do need to remember that you're going to write the problem twice because it is squared, which means we're multiplying by itself. All right, let's try one more of these. Squared, write it twice. Okay, here we go. First, 2x times 2x is 4x squared. Outer, 2x times 4 is 8x. Inner, 4 times 2x is also 8x. And last, 4 times 4 is 16. You have like terms. 4x squared plus 8x plus 8x plus 16 becomes 4x squared plus 16x plus 16. And there's your answer. All right, so now we're going to go ahead and do a little review for your quiz coming up. So multiply the following polynomials. Keep in mind this is just a regular sort of FOIL problem. So we're going to just do first, 2x times x is 2x squared. Outer, 2x times negative 6 is negative 12x. I'll write FOIL up here for us. Remember, FOIL is used to multiply polynomials. Where was I? Inner, 4 times x is 4x. And last, 4 times negative 6 is negative 24. Like terms are in the middle. We're going to go ahead and combine those. Remember, once we're on this combining step, we're just adding or subtracting. Negative 12x plus 4x is negative 8x. Okay, and just be careful with your signs. All right, let's try another one. First, x squared times x, careful. This is x cubed. We add our exponents because we're multiplying now. Outer, x squared times negative 10, negative 10x squared. Don't lose that squared. Inner, 4 times x is 4x. And last, 4 times negative 10 is negative 40. Take a look, there aren't any like terms, and these are all in descending order already, so this is all done. All right, let's try another one. We're just distributing for this one because there's just a one term out front, so we're just distributing like normal. We just have to be careful with our exponents. 4x to the 5th times 2x squared. Well, 4 times 2 is 8, and our exponents are adding x to the 7th. 4x to the 5th times negative 10x. 4 times negative 10 is negative 40, and again, you're adding your exponents. X to the 5th times x is x to the 6th. All right, and finally, 4x to the 5th times 3. 4 times 3 is, not 20, but 12. X to the 5th. All right, now number 4 here, this is one of the new ones that we just talked about. When it's squared, remember you cannot just distribute your exponent. We're going to go ahead and we're going to write this twice. All right, and then we can go ahead and FOIL like normal. 9x times 9x is 81x squared. Don't lose that squared. 9x times negative 4 is negative 36x. Negative 4 times 9x is a negative 36x as well. And negative 4 times negative 4 is a positive 16. Remember, your like terms here, these aren't canceling because they're the same sign. Negative 36x minus 36x is negative 72x. And make sure that 16 is a positive because it was a negative times a negative. All right, let's try number 5. Number 5, I'm going to use that box method. So again, this is 2 terms and 3 terms. I didn't really give any room for myself to write this on the top, so I'm going to write it on the bottom. And a 3x and a 2. All right, now let's go ahead and multiply. 3x times 2x squared is a 6x cubed. Notice we added our exponents because we're multiplying. 2 times 2x squared is 4x squared. 3x times negative 2x is negative 6x squared. 2 times negative 2x is negative 4x. 3x times 5 is 15x. And 2 times 5 is 10. And check for your like terms. Yep, these are like terms. That means I didn't mess up. These are like terms. That means I didn't mess up. And go ahead and in descending order. 6x cubed, 4x squared plus a negative 6x squared is a negative 2x squared. Negative 4x plus 15x is 11x and a 10. All right, our final FOIL problem. This is one of our special cases that we talked about on the front. We have x minus 12 times x plus 12. Now again, you can FOIL this out just like normal if you would like, but we can also use our shortcut first and last. Just make sure that you're multiplying when you do the last. Some people want to add them together. X times x is x squared, and negative 12 times positive 12 is negative 144. All right, again, you're welcome to FOIL this out like normal, but what you would find is that you'd have some 12x's in the middle that would cancel out. Okay, the final thing we're going to do is number 7. We're going to skip 8, 9, and 10. Add or subtract the following polynomials. Now, this is what we worked on in a previous lesson, and what you don't want to do is you don't want to FOIL. FOIL is for multiplying. This is just combining like terms. The only multiplying we're doing is we have to distribute a negative 1 here, which is going to change all of these signs. All right, but we are not FOILing this. FOIL is for multiplying. This is a negative 3x squared, a negative 4x, and a positive 6. And then here we're just adding or subtracting. All right, x squared minus 3x squared is negative 2x squared. Negative 8x minus 4x is negative 12x, and 3 plus 6 is 9. And this is your answer. All right, I hope you have a great day. Bye.